Oi, 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 all the time. I don't know why I stuck this pen in here. Now I made a hole in it. I can't get it out. But I got to get this out before I begin. So, like, hold on a second. How do I get this out? Oh my God, because it. Oh, yes, I thought that might help. Oh my God. Now the other problem I just ran into. Okay, well, there was no problem. It was just the old glue was stuck. But I made another problem by drilling a hole in it and making, at the area space bigger in an area space that has no room to move. But yet I got it out. Look at that. Every time I poke a hole in this, right? Every time you poke a hole in this, you know what I call it? Okay. I turn it for every hole. Like this is something new. Try and remember this for me. I poke a hole into something and I call it the flute. Let me just fix this over here. I'm not really 100% ready to start, right? Poke a hole in it and call it a flute. Poke a hole in it and call it a flute. Not a flute. Fruit, flute. There was one thing I said before. It was the 4 by 24 equals to 96, which is what is X, X, X is the 24th letter. And the reverse of that is C, 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 which is 3 times 3 equals to 9, right? So when you have X, 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 it's 72, which is 3 by 24 equals 72. And it's 4 by 24 equals to 72. And it's 2 by 24 equals to 72. Now I can bring this up in Roman numerals. I can bring this up in where it is in the alphabet, the letter X, and every place we can find the X, right? And yeah, that's the way it works to find and understand the 360, and then to create the combinations. For instance, right, according to numbers, and there are 9. Okay, 10 is a double digit, so do not count it because it's just another number next to another number. The 0 is the occupant space, equaling that the first number is now complete. The first number is now complete. 1 and 9 is 10. We are now complete with fire. We are now complete with fire. But we started in Libra, according to the Hebrews, right? We started, right, in Libra, right? Why? Because September, October is going to be what is Virgo Libra. You know where that is? That's a 7th inning stretch. The 7th zodiac. Hold on a second. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? No one's here, eh? Let me share that. So yeah, I just want to do it because I'm going to share it and say, you know what? I do numbers. I just do numbers. I'll go co-host. Let's see. So yeah, so where was I? Yeah, I'm incomplete. Even though there's nobody here, I'm going to have to restart, right? I have to also plug this in. I'm going to have to restart anyways, even if I'm in the middle of something for myself. I do upload these videos, so I do not mind if I'm explaining something to myself again, because there's always something new that I find, right? So just like I said, imagine if we regarded this as we regarded a flute, so that every single sound in the flute would be according to these dots and what is there and what is not there. Perhaps it's a distance, and the distance I know right, is when the cube is this way, right? Check the top. We got a 5 on top when the 3 is this way. When the 3 is the other way, right, we're going to have a 1 or a 6. And I do this, we have a 6. If I went the other way, I'd have a, whoop, if I went the other way, I'd have the 1. What do? I read these cubes to you. What does that give me? Every cube has an alphabet. Why? There are 26 cubes. There are 26 area spaces on this cube. Let me introduce you to the area spaces on this cube. The top 3 would be like 1, 2, 3. The bottom 3 would be like 1, 2, 3, but I didn't say the center. Why do I think there's a center? Because there's a center here. But the center area space is noted to be 5 in the 1 position. What does that tell you? That when you flip over to the 5, you have it in between the 4 corners. If you did this off a compass, what would that tell you? What would be that mathematical equation? I just marked it as this, that if each one created a square using the center and splitting the center into 4, right? And creating 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares, 4 squares, we'd have like the 4 seasons. We'd have 4 area spaces by 6 or the 24-hour day. But in reality, if this was, okay, Rubik's Cube, there would be 3 individual spaces on 3 levels, to the depth, to the width, to the height. 3 by 3 by 3, 27. The heart of the alphabet is 13.5 times 2 is 27, reverse alphabet, which equates to what is the 1 alpha to the 2 beta, 1 between 2 equaling to 3. Reverse alphabet equals to x24. Sex comes together and they run the portal between Mars and Earth, because now I use the numbers for the planets. But guess what? I can use 4 minus 12 equals to 8. I can use 3 minus 12 equals to 10, equals to 9. We'd have 9 and 8. And we'd have what with 9 and 8? We'd have 9 and 4. We'd have, hold on a second. Minus 4 equals to the 8, right? Minus 4 equals to the 8. Okay, so we have, I'm just trying to see it. I have 12 and 8 of Pisces coming into Scorpio, and I have Pisces, or retracting Pisces from Sagittarius. Now, retracting Pisces from Sagittarius or creating a bridge by the virtue of what is 1 and 3. Here are 9 numbers. If we had to create a game or fairness, right, and use up all the numbers, I use 5 as a judge. I use the bottom 4 and the top 4. And that's 4 and 4. And I can connect 1 over to 910, 7 over to 310, 6 over to 410, 8 over to 210. We can have a fortune. But check this out. From bottom left to top right, we run by 4s. We run to fire. We run water to water. We run earth to earth. But when it comes to running the air, 1 and 2 equals to 3, and the air goes the other way. It's what goes right through that passageway is the air. From the Gimel to the Gamma, 7 and 3 come together. 10, 10, 10. What is water and earth? What is water and earth? What is fire? Fire. What is air? Air. This cube shows you the same. Fire, fire, air, air. Even if I turn it, the area space remains the same. So when does it change? It changes here. That here we have water and earth, but we have it with Mars and Saturn. We have it with Cancer and Virgo. Elon Musk, same numbers. Saturn square, cribbage, magic square is 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6 in magic square line up here, here, and here. This position moves here. This position moves here. In Saturn square, right? In Saturn square, this position here moves here. This position here moves here. 7 and 6 is 13. 8 and 7 is 15. Moving positions, understand when you move positions, we have to understand what occupies what and what the design movement is. I'm not the only one doing this. I'm explaining how the numbers come together and where we arrive. What is more than 12? 13. So how do we connect the center? we use 1 to connect the center. Just hold on 1 second. Wow, I thought I had it right away. Yeah, I see someone wants to come up, so I'm going to interrupt the show and let it. And oh no, they're gone. Okay, they were here, now they're gone. I think somebody wanted to come up. Somebody wants to come up. Come on up. If you want to ask me a question, come on up. I haven't really started yet. I'm busy cleaning the. I'm cleaning the area space, getting ready to do my thing for my 20. What is it? My 22nd year. I did 21 years already. 205, no, 206 was the first year, 207 was the second, 208, 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 15, 16, 17, 18, 219, 220, 221, 222, 223, 224, 225. So 225 is done. So that would be, I'm in my 21st year, right? 21st year. Or is it 21 years completed? 2006. When I end in 2026, that'll be 2026 is the ending of another one. So 2025 is the ending of 20. 19 plus 2005, right, is 2024. So 20 plus 2005, okay, is 2025. Yeah. So it's 21 plus years. Started from where? Started from where? Started from a dot and a dash. The letter I came to me a lot, and measuring lines came to me, and those were there were many lines, and I saw those lines before, and all of a sudden the lines are coming along with H's. And why are the lines coming along with H's? Because you find the H, right? Oh, is that somebody in the background? Oh no, okay. Yeah, you find the lines come with H's. I'm just trying to remember why. Came from many years ago when I saw those lines. The lines are like a bar, like a barcode. The lines are, what can I say? The lines, oh my God. It's part of the soul that comes with the lines. The L letter is the 12th letter. It comes in thirds, right? It's got 3 sides off it. It's got 4 sides, right? 3 has 4 sides. It has a base. Remember, we always have the base. And if you're in space, the base is free. When you're on the ground, the base is somewhere underneath the ground, or the ground of which you stand within the element of 3, or what encompasses that element 120. I'm just trying to think of the lines, what they were again. Count the lines, the barcodes, the lines, the bar mitzvah 13, right? And then I remember Moses had that blanket with the same lines. And now, yes, the H, okay, remember, okay, the H is the hospital. But if you look online right now, you can look up all the things associated with H, and now we can categorize who uses H and when, and what is so important about H. H, although it is it also sounds and is spelled within its own realm and is silent within its own realm at ACHE, right? H is what connects everything. It is the power within all the oceans. It is the basic ocean is right here. It is I and H. It crosses over one of what we are. The H and I are the same designed letter, and it is the 8th and the 9th letter, and it can be found as 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to what is 8 and what equals to 9. Now, I'm going to see if I can help explain. Let me see what this is. 1 plus 8, right, 1 plus 8, 1 times 8 equals to 9. And since my understanding is area space and occupation of area space, right, of one area is encompassed by 8. So it becomes 1, 8. Then therefore, what is 9? 9 is the area space that is unattended, unoccupied, completely blank. It is from this side to this side to this side to this side. It is all of that circle in itself. Call it a square if you like. 3 by 3 by 3, 27. 9 and 0, because of that relativity, 1 and 8. When I'm expanding, it becomes 9 and 0. 0 is where the bars go. Why? It becomes what is on the compass. When you put a singular dot in the area space where 7 is, and draw 6 to the left and 6 to the right, and you join them through 66 at the 7th gate and transition through 8. What is 8? It connects 66, the first 6 zodiac signs, with the second 6 zodiac signs. 888 is like 666. Why so? If I connect these 3 and these 3 and these 3 and these 3, each one totals 15, even though I use the 5 4 times. 4 times 5 equals to 20. Yeah, just give me a second to settle this here. Yeah, so 4 times 5 equals to 20. We also have to take in consideration 4 plus 5 equals to 9. So now we have I like to call it the IT sun systems. I hope I don't lose myself. To get back to the H again is the word 8, which is the 8th letter. Okay, has an H in it, but doesn't only have an H in it. Okay, because 3 has a H in it as well. And they are relativity. Relativity is what is duality and singularity within 11 and 22. So 3 has an H and begins with a T, and 8 ends with a T. Right? Remember that. And 3 begins with a TH, and 8 ends with a TH. 8 begins with an E, 3 ends with an E. I don't know. I'm going to call the Truman Show and see what's going on. So to that fact, even when you take away the E from the 8, you have height. Now, what is EI? Before we go there, that the thing special about 8, number 1, is when you extend it and write 8th, EIGHTH, it becomes 8, 7, 8. In the word 8, when you say 8th, you only add the H, you don't add the T. It's the only word that does that. Why is 3 11? 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 2 equals to 3. 8 is 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4, and 4 equals to 8. 1 between 2 equals to 3. Every side is a 9, 0, meaning it's 0 or it's 9, but in here you only see 1, so it's 8. It's a 9 with your 0. Take away the 2, it's a 7 and an 8 come together, and they come together here in 8. When you say 18, or write 18, you only put on the EEN, which is 555, other than what is with the H, right? You would go 8, 555, but there's, sorry, you would go, the T, there would be the extra T. Yes, it was the 2. Sorry. It was the 2, 0. Occupying of 2 area space is 20, right? We don't know what's in that area space, but we do know that within a 0, I can tell you where the zeros are. It's a 1 and 9, 10. It's a 2 and 8, 10. It's a 3 and 7, 10. 2 air signs. 1 between 2 equals to 3, where the 2 fire signs assemble either through what is Aries and Leo. Okay, you know Leo's a fixed sign and goes with Aries. Right? 1 and 5, you know, area 51, 2, 3, 4 vibration fits in between. You connect the 6, right, into Virgo, and that becomes a mutable sign. What is 3 times 2, 6? What is 3 by 5, 15? 1 and 5, 6. What is 3 times 8, 24? 2 and 4, 6. It spells fox, and the numeric value is 45. And in the 45, it creates your IT system, as we spoke before. The sun system. Why do I say the sun system? The cubic, the Rubik's Cube, is a 9 area space per face times 6 is 54. It is 26 cubes in which 20 extend to the corners and to the edges. There are 12 edges. There are 8 corners. That is 20. If you go by colors and you take the 8 corners by 3 colors, it's 24. If you take the 12 on the inside edges, you will have 24 by 12 by 2. 48, S-O-N is 48. Reverse that to N-O-S. And in French, it says our son. Reverse. And Neo Anderson says one of our sons. S-O-N. When you add the 6 centers to 48, you create 54. And that is the feminine. That is part of the duality. The singularity rests in 12, 1, 2, Pisces, Aries, and in Taurus. Anything with 1 is also an Aquarius, but happens twice, becomes a 2. But in these factors, what happens is they get transformed into the void. And what is 2 is now 7, and it is now in Libra. What is 1, Aries, is gone. Aries plays inside the house of 8. And the house of 8 is great. If I can just find this on here and show you the house of 8. Let me see if I can find this here. You know, if you just put all the math out, you can see how perfect everything is. Let me see this. Oh yeah, like look at this one here. Look at this one. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Hold on a second. Let me find it so I can be exact with it. Okay. It's number 13. After the decimal, you have to watch it. Watch the numbers. Okay. If you take a look at the first one, right, you're going to go down. Let me see if I can find you the 12th row. So I'm going to have to point out where the 12th row is. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it ends here at 75. So at 75, right, it's the 12th row. So when I go to 13, let me see if I can do that again. Yeah, it's 923076. So take the 13th one with 9230 and put it to the first one. You will see it'll add up to all the zeros. Okay? Right? Because that's the 13th one, right? That's the 12th one that I gave you. I gave you the 12th one at 75, right? So we do that. So that 9 is 12 divided by 13. And then when you take the 846 below it, see the 846153884, right? That's going to connect the number 2. Those are basically the only 2 numbers, right? I think I lost somebody over there, right? So where did we go? Yeah, number 13, right? So if you go to, hold on a second. Oh, yes, 85714. No, not that one, because that's the 7s. You see the one next to 923076923 is 85714. Well, that's 6 divided by 7, right? So what is 11 divided by 7 is 6 divided by 7. And the next one is 10. 8, no, the 7, 6 is 10. The 8, 4 is 11. The 9, 2 is 12. Yes, the 9, 2 is 12, and the 8, 5 is 6. The 8, 4 is 11, and the 7, 8 is 5. So 11 and 5 go together. That's a big number. Been seeing that a lot. The elections were in the U.S. on that day. It's May 11th. It's the 131st day of the year. It's a rotation of AC/DC 1313, 1331. 13, 31, 13, 31, 57, 75. Yeah, that was really rough standing up like that. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna just put on my bigger screen. I wanted to set up my wall screen. I'm trying to put everything in order here. Would you like to see what reverse binary code looks like? Actually, that's not the reverse binary code. Sorry, that's the mirror binary, not the. Let me see one. Okay, yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so you see they all meet. They're all supposed to meet. It's all supposed to meet overlap. This is just a mirror one, and if you take a look at the blue, the beginning of the right? The beginning of, what do you call this? The tail? The tail is the beginning, right? So does that mean the cat's animal is the beginning at 1? And then you come into the butt end, it's 2. And then you go over to 4. Then you go over to 8. Then you go over to 16. Then you go over to 32. Look at that. Crosses whoop, all the way back here, eh? Or does it come up to this one here? More to tell. Backwards, it's 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 5, 3. But this one is not that. What this is I did the 1, 2 backwards. I just went 1, 2 backwards. And each one has its 3 area space. See, 3 here and 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 3 here. And if you notice, there is no 3, 6, and 9. Whoop. Yeah, so this one here, okay, I'm going to try and see if I can see that. I wasn't meaning to do it. Now, I don't completely remember what I did, okay, and I'm really upset at myself. I think what it was is that I divided 1 divided by 7, and I got 142857, right? And I think when I went 7 ones, if I went 7 ones, let me see if that's what it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 7 equals 158. So 15870. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what I did here. I just don't remember what it is. I'm very upset. Very upset, but I have to go to see the original of this page anyways. I went down 9. Anyways, I'm not going to discuss it here, but this is just some of the equations I run into in order to understand my numbers. What that 8-5 is, right? If you take the 8-5, whoop, hold on a second. Yeah, you can see I've got a whole plateau here. Like, how can I get this online? Okay, so yeah, so the basic is here. Whoop. You know, if you can see this, right? Oh, maybe I can take a picture and put it in the background. I don't think it'll be big enough. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Yeah, so what it is, right? So you see not that one, yeah. See this one here? Right? 14857. Well, add this one to this one here, right? And it equals to 999,999. If you add 714285 to 285714, it equals to 999,999. If you add 428571 with 571428, it'll equal to 999,000, telling me that it took 6 to equal to the 7th one. The beginning of these numbers is 999,999. The reality of 7 is the reality of 9. If you will regard, okay, 9 and 0 as a reality, you must accept the reality of 7 and 0. With that reality said, it will only be the combination of what is 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4 that will equate to 7. And therefore, every number that is 7 in between, that is a perfect number. It's telling you the story of the combination of all the other numbers that are in association, bringing on the 7th day, the birth. Your first day is the first day that when you rest on the 7th day, you are resting on the day of your arrival. At what part did you arrive? According to day, does it mean AM? Does it mean morning? At what part do we call it the day? What is the difference between the day and the AM? And I like to work by the experts, what they say, whether they are right or wrong. If they are regarded and diplomatically given these diplomas and said this is what it is and teach us the same, then I will take it as the algorithm that I will work with, because that will be the algorithm that is accepted. That is what I will use for my material. How's everybody doing? Anybody got any questions? So you can see, so the same thing happens, okay, with 13, right? And with 13, see with 13, right? You have 15873. I had that. Wow, I did that answer before. I was right. I thought I was wrong. I was embarrassed, but I was right. I couldn't figure out how I was wrong, you know? You know, if I'm wrong, I just made a calculative mistake. There's this place out there called something Circle. I don't remember what it is. Apparently, this guy has broken the record for understanding how the actual numerics work with the zodiac, the total reality, just like building a puzzle. I don't remember what it is, something Circle. But anyways, if somebody wanted to come up, Afran, how you doing? Jim Pop, how you doing? All right. You know what? Let's go for a little ride for a bit. So yes, so no, before we go for a ride, so what happens is, I think, is it these numbers up here? No, I don't want to do those numbers. Those are duplications. So this is the seventh house, right? This one here, okay, this one here, okay, this is 8 and 8. When I first connect, right, I connect this area space here of 9. But let me tell you, there's only 16 here. It's 4 by 4, right? This cube, the highest side, right, is occupied by 4. Why? 5 has the 4 area spaces, right? And 6 has the 4 area spaces. Okay, listen. It is 246 and 135, or how about the letters A, C, E? How about what is fire, what is air, and what is fire? If we only live by 135 or 2, 4, and 6, which side of the cube? 8 corners. How many different combinations are there of 3 and 3? These 2 corners go together, and these 2 corners go together, and these 2 corners go together, and these 2 corners go together. That's 4 different. So what this is connecting, I connect the 9, just like the 9, just like the 9. In fact, even the alphabet goes all the way to I, right? If I did the alphabet to I, right? After I, what would I do? I go J and I go right back over here again. If I did the alphabet here, P would end over here. So the house of 9 ends in I. The house of 16 ends in P. You got pi. Anything divided by 7, understanding that 22 divided by 7 is what is 3.142, 3.14, 1428537. I don't know why I'm lost for that. It's been a while. Let me see where that answer is. Just give me a second. I just want to refresh. Yeah, 142,857. Now 142,857. 142,857. 142,857. 142,857. 142,857. Who's going to draw a design? 142,857. 999,000 on the 7th day. The association of 142,857 with 857,142. I rest on the 7th day. The Tzolk'in calendar of 260, or how about 26 letters in the alphabet? How about 13 cards in the deck? When you add up all 13, it equals to 91, AI. What is 1 and 9? Top right, bottom left, bottom right. They're both fire. They're both the same. Start here, start here. Fire, fire. Here, what do we get? Is different. The 2468 don't follow root. But if you want to go to 2468, we're going to work fire, fire, air, air, odd. Now, this air, okay, this one here does not hold the heart secret. This holds a moon. this holds an upper world area space. The 1, 5, and 9 all hold the center area space, unlike the 7, in which holds the domain area space of the center empty, in which is held by the 5, but not the 4, because as you see at the beginning of the 4, the encompassment and occupation of the area space, each one of them are 4. Inside the 2 houses, you see that's an important card, right? I don't need the 3 card. Why? See that over there? It's already taken up the energy of Leo, right? The 4 corners of Cancer. Or if we go backwards, if this is telling us to go backwards, right? We got Sagittarius, and that's the letter DI or ID. And if we're returning back to the ID, we have to return from here over to here. Earth and Mars, the Quadra Trinity, the quatrains. 3 and 4 is quatrain, right? It says 3 inside the words, don't deny it. Where are all the trains? Well, they're at the 7th gate. Trains are at the 7th gate. Here's another one of those, that design. Just to finish this, if you notice, if the doors were split, right? I have 8, right? Look at the diamond, right? That's going to build that house, the beginning of the building of the house, the beginning of the building of the other house, the other side, the 2 diamonds, the passageway, or GameCube. Look up the programmation reboot. So on this side, I used 7 out of 8. Here, I used 7 out of 8. The singularity of 1 and 2 shows you where we use the 7 and 8. We have 1 left over here, 1 left over here, 1 heart position over here. Okay, and all these, I have not learned what to call these yet. What numbers I'm going to go here. Do I go 1, 2, 2, 1 and call this empty space something? Well, if I call this empty space something, the only reason I call this empty space something and not this empty space something is because this is on the door. This is on the door. This is because the door splits between here and here. So there's 88, just like the 88 constellations, which is basically just yeah, I dropped this stuff on the floor before. Not happy about it. You know, I need to work with somebody. I need others around here. This is like, if I'm going to complete this thing, there's got to be others around to learn this. I got to come up with like my mother says, no one understands you well. I'm going to have to come up with a book, you know, that says how to understand and what I use. Right? What do I use? I use yesterday, today. What is this? 1 and 6, 9 and 4, 13 and 7 is the Aztec, right? 13. How come it's only singular here? 4 and 9. What happened to the 1, 6? Here it happens again. Would you like me to explain it? The 1 is like the Perina sign. It's odds, evens, and odds, evens. Why do I say that? It's odds, evens because it shows it to me right here. In the game of roulette, it shows me, right, that this is all yellow from black, the soul. I like to call it that. Perhaps it's not, but anyways, this here is where 10 and 11 meet. Okay, and here is where this is number 28 and 29. So that the reality of 10 and 11 and 28, 29 having a reflection in the first 18 and the second 18 meeting in the cubic position, 6 areas here, 15 here, 15 here, 6 here. That connects the board through 5, 5, 5, 5, all encompassed inside Saturn square, all the power sources, okay, all of Leo and Scorpio captured here. Why do I call it that? Because I work by 9s. So when you see a 12, when I have something and I work by things that are with 12, I'll start at 12 and I'll minus, but I won't be able to, do you follow what I'm saying? I can't show the 12, but I can show you tell you the 12 and just minus it to arrive at that number. So I would go 12 minus, hold on. I would go, in order to arrive at Leo, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order to arrive backwards, I go Pisces and Aquarius and Capricorn and Sagittarius and arrive at Scorpio. So they all must arrive at 13s because 13 and 7 is the same thing, right? The thing about 70, as I mentioned before, why 7 has to be like 9 is because it's 0, 7, right? Or 7, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is everything, and that's where the cube fits, right? So we're only playing on half an area space. So when you have 10, right, or when you have, I used 70, right? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals to 21, and 720 equaling to 741. I don't know if it's hertz. I don't know, right? So this is where it begins here. Which is the other number that I wanted to talk about? And there's associations in here, right, of what is 70, but just give me a second. I'm thinking. How do I get this? Okay. You multiply, right, and addition. Whoop. And addition. Okay. Multiply and addition. And ply. 1 ply, 2 ply, 3 ply, 4 ply, 5 ply, 6 ply. How many plies you want? 1 ply, 2 ply, 3 ply. And if you're putting a ply here, does it mean you're putting a ply down here? What's happening down here and up here? Is it a scale pie, right? Are we scaling this? You know, because whatever we put here, we got to put here, right? How does this work out, right? How do we keep or do you want to call it the bell curve? What is a bell curve? This is an important number, right? The bell curve is what is 2, 5, 3, 3. I like to call it 23.5, like Bell Canada Enterprises. The bell curve by 2 equals to what is 47. That's where we're at right now. This is what is time is at the bell curve. For whatever reason, it's like that. Time rocks. You have one, you have stone. Anything with this can be what is first or what is last. But with last is AL. And with that is 1 through 12 equals to 78. And 1 and 1 and 1, 2, right, are all singular. And with this, there's singularity, right? The 1 and 2 and 7 and 8. How can I create 12 with 8 and 4 equals to 12, right? When 8 is in the singularity. So where is 8? 8 and 1, okay, hover together. 2 and 7 hover together. So where do they hide? They hide in 4 and 4 equals to 8. 5 and 3 equals to 8. 6 and 2 equals to 8. What about 7? 6 and 1 equals to 7. 5 and 2 equals to 7. 4 and 3 equals to 7. Call it Wednesday. Why? Because it's not a really 3, 4, 3 to Wednesday. It's a 1, 2, 3, right? And then Wednesday becomes 41. And then it becomes a 3, 2, 1. Why is it like that? Because it is the fourth day, but it's the first day to the second day to the third day to the fourth day, which is the Sunday. Wednesday, right? Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, to what is here Thursday, to what is here Friday, to what is here Saturday. We have Saturday and Sunday when we make Wednesday 1. So what is in the fourth position is the king as the same result, right? That if we counted out the zodiac, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we count out the zodiac, but when we count it out, right, where do we count out the heart of this zodiac? Because we started with this. So maybe we should count the moons. It would be a little bit easier. So where would we count it out if we counted the moons out? What would be the center of this? Is 6 the center or is 6 the center? it would be right over here. So you would go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have singularity over here in your 7 again. And again, it's just one position, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you have 8, 8, 8 is king. What was 21? For the 21 cubes that recalibrate all the other numbers on the moving up when it's understand that it's one area space and it can be understood. So yeah, so we saw this as 1 and 7 and 1 and 7, right? Silver cord, AG is 1 and 7. Result. 1 between 2. Is the lunar moon, right, interrupting, right, with Mars? 5 letters, power. 4 letters for Mars. Mars has an S on it. Does it mean plural? The S is the AI. Here I end up with the TH. The TH is for the teacher, perhaps. And why? Perhaps it's a T. Perhaps we should have some filtration, right, or lining up. But what about just a T and the sound of the T, right? Or how about the H or the sound of the H? And together it looks like teach to me. And from 4th to 18th is the TH. I'm only telling you parts in the skeleton of the entirety of a story that is never ending for the last 22 years. But when I count like this, I should go 4th over to 9th because then it's double digits. And then I'll go 10th, 11th, and 12th. And I have to stop because each cube has a base 6 of 6 sides. All the stories come out of the 6 sides, right? But what cube is it? Is it cube A or cube B? Or is it cube A and B? And now I can understand more of the cube itself. So when we finish here, the 13th starts the 3rd cube. When you start the 3rd cube, you go from 13th to 18th. Would you like to see what it is? There it is. There's number 13. You know what's missing, right? My 2 feet are missing. With my 2 feet and this finger, that is the 3rd finger for 13, right? The other thing about that is the 3rd finger. So the 3rd finger and the 8th finger is your master. These are your masters. These are your 11, 22, 33. This is it, okay? I will explain this to you. I will show you exactly this. Just give me a minute. I want to put on my other camera. I want to show you the master, why it's the master. I'm going to explain to you the fingers, the cards. Now remember, what I explained to you and what I showed to you is, first off, I believe is that this looks like a calculator. It looks like there's 9 numbers. Yes, there's a 0. It calculates and arrives at numbers. I use this to explain realities that are calculable. From the 12 zodiac signs to the 88 constellations, where does the calculation add up to? When the understanding of 4, 3, 2, 1 or 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 5 area spaces. So if you have 4 through 0, right, you would count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what 4, 0 equals to. Why do I say that? How can I not say it? If I start at 0 and I count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 to me. I don't care. You could have said Charlie, Harry, Larry, Barry, and Sorry, and that's 5 to me. As long as you have 5, the occupation of area space, what's occupying the area space, how much area space is there, how much is used, how much is not used, what is the story? I'll be back. I'm going to show you this. I want to show you a few more down here, pictures. S'il y a quelqu'un, s'il y a du monde de Québec, puis tu vas bien voir Le spectacle chez nous, tu veux inviter le monde de voir le spectacle pour comprendre l'univers, comment c'est vraiment, vraiment uni, OK, avec nous autres. Puis de qu'est-ce que j'entends sur le gamique social, les nouvelles et tous. Mais c'est qui, moi, comment je peux dire ça? How can I say it? You know, from all the social media and the news, I see out there how it connects to the work, to the numbers. But yet, I'd like to say I have yet to been in reality judged at all for any of the understanding of this work I have been doing for 22 years. Yes, I'm putting it out there 22 because if I'm going to be judged and it's 22 years, right? You can say I should know something by now, right? That's what you should say. You should know something by now. The thing is, what should I know? I'll tell you what I think, and I do know. I know the mathematic is right. I know it's real. I know it's not hugely contorted because it's usually very easy to understand. The items I used, right, can be picked up just about anywhere because they're dice cubes. That's what they are. Look at that. Circles. You know what a circle is? Well, here's the star inside the circle. You remember the arc, right? Or how about an arc around each one of these circles creating a star? Perhaps, perhaps not. Or if we only had three of the circles, we'd have a tetrahedron. Set tetrahedron, right? Two tetrahedron, each tetrahedron has 4 sides. 2 tetrahedrons have 8 sides. When you put them together, you have 5 sides. If I put 2 tetrahedrons together, this is 4 sides. And when you put 2 tetrahedrons together and you lock them up, right, from 4, right, from 4, you go to 5 only. That's it. 4 and 4 equals 5. Why? Because all you get is the other point. All these are duplicated. You have 2, 4, 6 at the center of every single one. So you have 1, 6, 1 equaling to 76. Spirit is 76. Let me see this. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I like this one. This is like one of my favorites. Here you go. Tiens les fleurs. Le monsieur et la madame. Tiens. Puis check. Check. Elle est là. Lui est l'autre bord. Je sais pas c'est quoi ça, mais peut-être il a glissé là, mais il revient. Tout le monde check par en haut. The mirror. So if they were looking at each other, or if this one was looking at oneself, looking at yourself, perhaps something's going on in the middle of your body. Looks like a sad face, 2 eyes looking out. Is this you thinking? This is the I letter, right? Because I remember doing this. I know this is the letter I, right? The letter H and I started talking about it before. This is from March 2024. Oh, we got this. So if you take a look, I've got the cube in here and it fits corner. This is corner to corner, to corner, to corner. The cube is turned, Saturn square, pyramid-like, 3 sides. You'll see 18. Sorry, you see 27 on 3 sides, right? It's 270 is complete. The other one is 270 upside down. It's a sun system. Then we have the center reflective pole. Is this the track of the red sun? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 equals 6. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I do myself a favor and have a sip of my coffee? Here is what I build. This is what I do. I have to paint it now, right? I didn't paint it yet. But I build these little things, that with the arm because it was like lopsided. And what I do is I have to make sure, right? Whoop, oh my God. Yes, I built it too high on that side, so it has to go this way, right? Because this, I have to maximize space here so it goes under. Or maybe I can maximize space by making some space. Or do I make space or make place? I already got the space. You know what I'm saying? I need to make space. No, I don't need to make, I need to clear the space. I need to clear the occupied space. I need to clear the occupied space. Yes, lots not done. Lots not done. Lots not done. Ow. We got to still look at these cards. Put these cards here. We'll talk about the cards. The mouth don't stop. There it is. Yes, the mouth don't stop. If my mother's watching, hi, Ma. I don't think you are. I know you don't like numbers, but you know what? Just smile because without you, I don't think I get to this period of time that I am in 22 years later. My mother had to it was like really weird. It was like a really weird time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a really weird time. There was so much information. And they tried to stop it. They tried to stop it. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing that? Why are you thinking? I go thinking. I says, I can't think no more. I said, you're giving me all this, whatever it was. You know what it is. You're supposed to help me, but I got worse. Everything was good. In week 4, I was fine. Okay. In week 5, you know, something crazy happened. It was really, really a crazy situation. And the stubbornness somehow made me want to check twice of what was going on. And I got trapped in the cage. But I'm out. It's been a long road. Thank God for all the singularities around me, right, that are a little bit like the way I am, right? Knowledge of the reality in front of them makes it a little bit harder, like when you go shopping and you do your groceries and you're sitting there an hour to see what's in it, trying to judge whether or not it's the sugars or the fat and where the fat comes from, where the oil comes from, where the tuna comes from. Is it farm raised? Is it more mercury or less? Well, I guess what? I gave up on the mercury. I think I like the mercury somehow. I think I like it. You know why? There's a lot of energy in it, right? And the more, I'm not talking about the take it. I don't accept it at all, right? But you know what? I think there's more stress loss in the concentration of your search, you know, and hoping to, like when I go shopping, it's like going fishing, first of all. Do you know today, you know what happened today? C'est qu'est-ce qui est arrivé aujourd'hui? J'ai rentré au Pharmaprix pour faire une poste. I walked into Pharmaprix, a Pharmaprix, to mail out something, and pour faire le poste. Puis quand j'étais pour sortir, j'ai décidé, j'ai pensé à rentrer. Je me veux acheter des stylos, ok, pour vérifier le prix. Puis je l'ai pas trouvé. Puis j'ai demandé aux madames, j'ai dit, comment ça, les caisses sont fermées? J'ai besoin d'encaisser des choses. So I said to the lady near the cash, I said, your caches are all closed. You know what she said to me? Now, this is the Pharmaprix in Saint Jerome. She said, sorry. She says, instead of answering me, I'm sorry, the caches are closed. We have to use the what's it called? She said, she didn't say, she said to me something, and I could have passed because it was a code. She said this, they will hit my hand if I pass you with a credit card through the cash. I said, listen, I said, I have a $500 order. Will you pass the credit card through the cash? This was my thought, to bring a $500 order. And then I said to myself, today is not the day to do it. But I thought about it. Not a lot of things. I just take 5 or 6 items, just total 200 or 300, just to see what would happen, right? Just to see what would happen. Anyways, didn't do it. I didn't think it was right, so I didn't want to do that. So anyways, we were talking about 7 or 70, right? So the completion of what is 70 is what is 1 through 6. So what is 50? Well, 50, okay, is 1, okay, through 4. When you add up 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, when you add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it equals to 15. When you add up 1, 2, 3, 4, it equals to 10. So we get what is less than other than what is more than when counting from 1 to 5 and counting down from 50 to 41 and all that is in with the 50th house, as the tens only begin on the accomplishment of the association of what is AI, or what is 1 through 9, which is actually as well what is 0 through 8 equals to what is 9. No, I just did that wrong, but anyways, that's okay. Was it 1 9 is actually I think that's one. Hold on a second. 0 10. Yes, 0 10. Okay, equals what is 1 9. Okay, so that is a direct association of Capricorn. It has Aquarius, it has Aries directly in the heart, okay, of OO. I'm trying to see what it's saying here. It's not for nothing. At the top of your clock, you have 10, okay, you have 11, you have 12, you have 1, and you have 2. So when you're going to associate this, let me see if I got that right. You're here. You're going to go 12, 11, 23, and 12, 1, 13, 12, 10, 22, 12, 2, 14, right? So you'll have 8, and then you'll have, I'm trying to see, you'll have 23 with 13, and then you'll have 22 with 14. Perfect. That's perfect. I was trying to look for the association. You have 11 and 12 equals to 23. You have 10 and 12 equaling to 22. You have 1 and 12 equals to 13. You have 2 and 12 equals to 14. 1, 3, 5 split of what is 6, 4, 2, 7, 7, 7, 9, 7, 5. What is 1, 1, 1? Hold on. And then 1, 3, 5 with 3, 1, 9, 1. So what it is with 91 when it goes together is, let's say you have a 5, right? You have a 5? Okay. And you want to stay in that position, right? So you add on another 8. Sorry, I didn't want to do 91. It was 82. Hold on, let me see. Hold on a second. It was 81. Oh, yeah. So when you're in the 5th position, you want to return to the 5th position. Okay, you can put a 0 or a 9. But if you want to take the 5th position, okay, 0, 9. That's one of the equation. So it'll be 7 plus 0 and 7 plus 9 equals to 16. 1 and 6 equals to 7 for that reality. So one will create 2 digits, the other will be 1. So one will be to the addition, the other will be to the subtraction. So yeah, so I just wanted to do this next. Just give me a second. Eventually, I'm going to put on the big camera and work on questions. Okay, so what this is here, okay. You know, it's funny because I can make both things a little bit bigger, I think. Okay, so what this is, okay, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 6 equals 30. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the IT system into the house Fox of Mars. 5 by 4 equals to 20. And now we have, did I do that right? Can you see the page? 5 by 6, 30. 5 by 4, 20. The total is 50. We have 20, 30, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11. Sorry, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? So now we do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11 by 8, 88 constellations. Now let's count it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9 by 11 equals 99. Take away 50 x's equals 49. Do you know what that is? That's the 50 stars of the U.S. flag. I don't remember the whole association of what I'd started to do here, right? But now we can start breaking down the flag, knowing the complete area space. How should we break this down? 1, 2, this is an egg tray, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, Key West. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have these two here and these two here. The other way to do it is here. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you see, right, that it's all the odd numbers. You see that the area space of 2 is a void. When you count by ones, okay, the area space splits the area space in half between what is 1 and 3. And when you join an area space, you never start until halfway into that area space, and you end halfway out in an expanding, what is a hourglass shape in each one of these. These hourglass shapes also fit into, eventually you will see the Fibonacci design, and it's all martini glasses, and the martini glass together without the eye holding it up, the flux capacitor, right? The passageway through the handle that you lift to drink your glass. So this is okay. So what this is a 6565, 65, 6, 11, 17, 22, 28, 33 in the E, in Leo and Virgo. If this is reversed to Leo and Virgo, this is going to be Scorpio, okay, and Libra. These are the two combinations. When you divide 13, 6 or 5 by 13, you will see there the same numbers in a different order. At this level, you end up with the 50 flags. When we come down to here, why did I come down here? This is the 9. Oh, yes, I made it 11 by 11 to equal, it finished out here. So we're going to get rid of that. That's the American flag, right? What is this? Oh, yeah, this guy was selling these fake cards. And he's promoting these fake cards. I shouldn't be putting that out there, but okay, I don't remember what this was. I'm really upset about this. What I only can see is that I blocked the first area space, but I kept it here. This area, okay, maybe it's a reflection. Maybe it should have been seen this way, but I still have to re-understand it. You see the offset hourglasses, all the tetrahedrons, there's a bar in between them. They flex and move with the handle, right? There's like a bearing here. Got to put on those Jetsons, right? So here's another, here's another, right? Flower of life. So see the eye come together, the eye come together, 1 circle, 2 circles, 3 circles come together. You encompass this with another circle, and then you connect each one. Do you see this over here? It comes out to one side here. Do you see this? Wow, I don't know why I did this, but it had to be. You split on one side, you come out to this on the other side. This line of numbers, okay, these are your cardinal signs here. are your fixed signs. Here are your mutable signs. The board ends down here, but if you look, there's an X. And if you look here, there's an X. If you look here, there's a Y. Let's call it Capricorn's flux capacitor. And here a Y. In between, it replicates itself. 3 lines straight down, replicating the same color. It joins here. Therefore, I put the cube for the hexagon because the hexagon is a representation of the hexahedron, 6 sides. I like to call it angled at 120, but we don't play with those. Well, at least not in most regular dice. The fifth position, the fifth position, the fifth, and the fifth. If you went backwards, you'd call it Scorpio. Not by number, by the understanding of 12s or 13s, or whichever one you want to use. So over here, where were we with the number? I'm just trying to remember where we were. Oh, yes. So what happens here is when you have 3 cubes, since this is a reflection of this, and this is 28, and this is 29, and this is 10, 11, I reduce it down to a single digit. And what is 28 is 2 and 8 is 10 equals to what is 1. 29 is 11 equals to what is 2. So they are the same. Forget about anything after 19. It's 1 through 18. Everything stops. But because of creation within this replica of the numbers that do exist, I will not do it, but I will show it to you that it's 18, 18. It's 17. It's 18 here and 18 here. It's 17 here and 17 here, 34. 18, 18 is 36, and this resides inside what is the mutable, the mutable. Here is what is 16 and 16, 32, 34, 36, 36, 34, 32, 34, 36, fits right here if everything stopped. This fits there. Whoop. This fits there. Where am I? Yeah, this fits there. Same design, same Y, same Y. There's a Y here and a Y here, an X here and X here, because they're replicas. Not only that, like I mentioned before, is that 111 equals to 3. 666 equals to 18. But you cannot be, okay, all of the same. You must be what is 1 and 2 equals to 3. In this one over here, you can be a 5, 6, 5, as well as you can be over here a 1, 2, 1, or a 2, 1, 2, as a 6, 5, 6, and 5 and 6. Okay, but to make it short, it's 3 plus 7, and it's 18 minus 7 equals to 10 equals to 11. Separation at 105. 3.5 times 3 equals 105. What is 10? What is 11? We spoke about 8, right? Having the T, right? The 20th letter, or T7, counting minus. We also talked about it having an H. The H is the 8th letter. Plugging up the 2 doors, or the 88 constellations, because 8 goes with 8. It's the same number, so I can fit it wherever the 8 exists. 8, you can also be maybe the hospital. Hospitality center. Where I hangle out. That's where I hang out. And the understanding of 8 is where 1 times 8 equals 8. 1 plus 8 equals 9, and 8 equals to 17. 1 plus 7 equals to 8. Or how about 2 times 8 equals to 16, and 2 plus 8 equals to 10. 16 and 10 equals to 26, equals to 2 and 6 equals to 8. Please note 7 and 1 over here for the silver cord. silver cord. Here we have the gold. It seems like the silver is tied into the gold as for the delivery service of the word. For there is 2 silver, there is only 1 gold that divides the house. 85 in silver, 8 by 5, 40, 8 plus 5, 13. 40 and 13 is 53, right? Or how about 35 equals to what is not 35, but 3 and 5 equals to 8, and 3 times 5 equals to 15. That's wrong. I didn't want to work on that. I was doing something else. Let's just leave that alone. I was working on, where is it? 55, right? It's because 55 creates 35, which is the heart of the cube. And that 55 is part of the energy, and it's also playing a role with Scorpio, which is 88. Okay, so 5 by 5 equals to 25, and 10 equals to that 35. And that's where that 35 equal to that 8. That's why I brought it up, right? But I didn't want to show you it that way. I wanted to show you it this way. And with that, right, this 2, 5 is a 7. And here, again, it's a 1. Back to the silver cord. Even the 88, what is 64 and 16 equals to 80. 8 plus 0 equals to 8. Everything multiplied and added will equal back to 8. So the invert of what is, see this one here, of this one here, hold on a second. The invert of this one here, okay, is this one here, 55 with 85. And the thing about what 35 is, right, knowing, right, knowing that 1 and 9 is going to be fire. 10, 38. 1 and 9 is 10, fire is 38. Then we have 2 and 8 connect, and we can't deny it. And then we have earth and water. Right? And that's a 10. And you can't deny it. And whoop, lo and behold, we got 3 and 7 because 1 and 2 equals to 3. 9 and 8 reduce, okay? And it becomes 3 and 7. And now we got air. We've got 10 for the air, and we've got 18 and 10, 28. We have earth is 52 and 10 for the connection energy. Sorry if I'm not putting my thing in the right place. So here we have air, and this is the beginning of 1 and 2, and here's my 10. Now this next number is going to be 46, which is going to equal to what is water, right? So we're going to have 10 and 67 equals to 77. The power of Christ is within you. Equals to 63 equals to 49 and 14 equals to 5 and 13 equals to what is, sorry, I should do that again, equals to what is 5 and 4. So within the feminine, okay, 5, 4, and the sun connection of the division of the sun, the tetrahedron, Y, 135 is ACE. It runs all the powers. The 1, the 3, the 5, and the 9 are all the powers. The 7 is a transferred direct station into the 9. This is where the word mother comes out. The word mother is the 13th letter for M, the 15th letter for O, 28 for the TH combination, in which what is 4th all the way to 20th. There are 17 numbers in this category group of TH. 13 and 15, TH is 28. ER is 23. You have 51 for the THER, and you have 28 for the MO, equals to 79. You come into the house, born into the house, a pre-created house, a pre-designed house. This is the math. The 10 and 11, as I spoke before, look at that. They both include the 3, 33, 3 by 3. 9. 3 plus 3, 6. By coincidence, perhaps. The reverse of this is Abraham, Isaac. 187, right? This is the singular moon. If it was 287, right, that would be the duality. The 2 is involved here. You know, on March 20th, let me just do this. I can show you a few more of these, and I will. Just give me a second. I don't know why I did that, but I'll have to look into it. What number day is March 20th?
Here's information from National Snow and Ice Data Center.
Okay, I'm not sure, but it could be the 78th day, but it's not. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. It's Jan 31. It's Feb 28. And it's March 19th. Then we have March 20th. So I'm going to get back with this. What I want to do is go through a few more pictures here, right? I want to see what's going on in these pictures. Wow, I just want all the pictures. Hold on. They took me out of all my stuff. Okay, so one of my first designs in about 2005-06 was trying to understand the eye, our own eye. So I noted, is this eye broken up into 4? Because if it's not, it means it is. If you see the wholeness of this eye in its individual area space, unlike the lines that encompass, right? This is what makes the window over here. This is a complete area space. It tells you that behind here, there's a minimum of 2 and 2 and possibly 2 and 2 divisions. If you noticed in here, I never went on this angle, but it's open to this angle. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So it has to be seen this way. 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3. But anyways, that's my own reality. So here's where we get the Vatican doors. The 2x4, the 2x4 creates the 8 and 6 for the 7th gate for 99 to pass. What is 9 and 0? 9 and 0, the whole door itself, the encompassment. If you want to see, here, this is what I call the Mars board. Why is this the Mars cube? Because there is no heart in Mars. Mars goes around the heart of Earth and is in full control of that heart. In this, for area space usage, okay, I'm not sure if I should have did it this way or it just worked out that way. Normally, all the corners have 4 area spaces, 4, 8, 12, 16. Every other space, okay, is going to be 1 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11, right? Did I do that right? This is 11. Is that possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, no, it's 13 this way. And yes, it's 13 by 13, 169. Because this area, okay, is the 13 moons. But this area is not the same. So when I created my design before over the Vatican doors, okay, in which here I created on this. Now I'm not sure if I can design on this. Can I design? I don't know if I'm, oh yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, okay. So like what I did is, it's not very good. What I did is I did that, right? So here's a dividing door. Then I went ahead and I did this. Now here, okay, is a 4x4 area, the same thing. I can look at it that way. I can look at this 4, this 4, this 4, and this 4, regard it that way. It doesn't really fit the exact scenario, but what I was trying to explain, and I'm going to be honest with you, right? Whoop. Okay, so let me get out of here. Right? That's what it ends up looking like. I don't know what this is yet. No, that's not me. That is a master. This one here, the one you looked at is right here. This is the one you looked at, okay? This one in the corner is the front one. This one is the back one. Mars divides at area space. The 4 boxes are right here, or the 4 boxes join everywhere. All 4 games. Mars is a 2x2. Earth, Mercury is a 1x1. 11, 22, 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66. And the reason I don't go to 77 is with 7, you're back here inside Mars. With 7 and 6, you're inside here, connecting the dimensions of 76 to what is 4334, or the calculation of 7 by 7 by 7. Let me show you the other one. Oh, I was telling you about Fibonacci. Here's the martini glasses. They create what is the flux capacitor. Also, it's the Fibonacci. By virtue of odds and evens, I made the connection to look like that. And it could have been anything, but it wasn't. It was that. So I want to see where this is. You know, I have a funny one here, you know. It was my microwave. I was throwing it out. And as I cleaned it, it was left a shadow, and I just encompassed the whole shadow. And it looked like a bunny rabbit talking to the girl while this guy's getting the football, you know. But it looks like, you see the little person over here? See the little person sitting on the table, right? So if you eliminate that person, right, here, okay, is a step ladder to go up. And this guy's getting ready to go up the step ladder. So, wow, where was what I just showed you? Okay, something's missing here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah, I should do a screenshot. Yeah, so here it is. So here, okay, wow, I should do this too. Hold on, I'll make it easier. Okay, this is pi, just to get it out of the way. This is pi reconstruction. It's all 3, 6, and 9s. Hold on. I did that 2015. 4 hexagons equals to 24, 6 sides each, 4 to the center equals 28, 28-day cycle. You can see the, right, this contorted cube that's in the center between the split house of Aries. You can split this any way you want. That's the heart. You can close it on in. You remember those things we used to open up? Right, 28, and then there's 8 on the outside. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do, why I did this. Okay, I just made something just simpler. Oh, I thought I did, but it hasn't shown up yet. Hold on. Oh no, it didn't show up. Just give me a second. Okay, here it is. Wow, it's not showing up again. Okay, that doesn't matter because now I can find it. So now you can see this one here of a 9, 9. And when you count into this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these are 7. 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 all the way around, but Rubik's Cube fits over into each house, running 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 1 to the center, adding in the dodecahedron into this. We can talk about the platonic solids, but my phone is running out. I'm going to be reopening on this machine over here in 10 minutes. So if you want to call all the sheep into the house, the cattle, the goats, clean up the manure in the stalls, put away the pigs, call in the chickens, collect all the eggs, check the piglets. It's almost milking time in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, time to go out to the cows, time to check the vegetables wherever you are in the world. What's more important to you? Good food? Well, you got to tend to it, right? If you don't attend, there'll be no attendance and no one will be there. Are you there? Are you all there? Do you know what's going on? Right? Far and beyond the alphabet itself is the story that it tells, right? It's horrific. You don't want to know. You don't want to know, and you want to know it all, because once you know it all, right? When the water is the memory and you replace what is you didn't know to what you do know. What you didn't know to what you do know. Just give me a second. Just give me a second over here. I've got my new machine set up over here. So just before we change over, right, we can... Oh, no. Are you going to smile, buddy? Are you going to smile? Is that a smile breaking out? Oh, no. What's going on? What's going on? Is that a little cat coming out? Looks like a dinosaur. Okay, I got to push this up on the bench. I don't want my head in it. I think he's got his cap on. He's got his thinking cap, so you can see what the mirror does, right? I can. Oh, look what's happening over here, eh? Look at that 88. Anybody ever see really the truth about that 88? Let's go to natural for a second. Anybody know that truth? Hold on a second. Let me go to the real camera. Okay, let me go to my real camera. Yeah, so when we go to the... Let me see if I can do this. I don't know why it's not working, but... Yeah, it doesn't want to... Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This chair is like a little wild. We got like the rock and roll over here. Okay, so... Whoop, just give me a second. Yeah, so this here, over here... Whoops, sorry, I wasn't even showing you. Sorry. Yes, so if I wanted to take a picture... And how can I edit it? So yeah, I want to edit it and color it. Oh, okay. Oh, I can make it bigger. Yeah, I'll take what color? Blue? Yeah, okay, I'll take blue. And I'll make a big line. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to make, whoop. I think I want this, right, in blue. Okay. Okay, that's what I want. So really, what it is it's a heart. And then from underneath, you just, let me maybe change the color, right? And then from underneath, right, you create another heart. And now you've got 88. So this diamond in between, right? Only the king of diamonds, right? The king of diamonds has one eye. King is 41, diamond is 60. It creates 101, right? That'll be 1 and that'll be 4. That would be after the death. That will be split. And with this knowing, I split the house. Let me do this for a second. right? With this knowing, okay, I am going to, can I choose another color? No, I can't. So, oh yeah, I could. So I want to have, okay, okay. So I want to have like, so I go up here and I split. And then I go up here, right? And I split. And now we have that split in the center, right? Now we have the ace. So we already had the split down here, my left angle and my right angle, and the ace becomes the tetrahedron. So it took two hearts. Each heart is 52. Did you know that in the word Heart, right, you can take the H and put it to the end for Earth, or add the B in the front from that position for birth. B and H, although it's an Earth water sign accumulation, it's 4/2 and it splits the seventh gate. Right? So we saw this design, right? But what about the piece we didn't see yet? Right? What about following this line? Oh, wait a second. Which line was it? Right. The inside line we didn't calculate. And this inside line we didn't calculate. So we're going to start all over again. Can you hear within Earth? EA is O. Now you've got time on the clock. The H is also what is I inside of ear. The EA is what is O. Combination of 1, 5. 4, 3, 2 fits in between. What it is I create equations. I tell the story and the equations are consistent over everything. 1 and 5 are two fire signs. They hold 432, which is 1440.0. Okay. Each day is 1440 by 3 days is 4320. So in this one, I wanted to split this here, right? This one had to come to here anyways. My angle's a little off. And then this one will go to here. And then this side, this one will go to here, and this one will go to here. And then we angle the other way. This one goes to here, and this one goes to here, and this one goes to here, and this one goes to here. And if we really, okay, if we want to clear it off and just do it again, we follow this one here. We follow this one here. We follow this one here, and we follow this one here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is by joining two hearts together. That's all it is. Joining two hearts together. So yeah, we have Mr. Big Bird over there, right? Hold on a second. How can I get out of this? Yeah, so where else are we going to go in here? Oh yeah, this guy looks a little scary, eh? He looks a little scary. Missing a leg. Wait, got no brains. Where's he? Oh yeah, there he is. How you doing, sir, today? You thinking well? You're doing well, eh? So this is what we're going to do. I got 5% battery. I'm going to be doing this on the iPad. I got a lot more power in 15 minutes. Let me just see if I can brush up with any of this. Just before I do that, right? I just want to see if, yeah. So we can contort a lot of. We can contort a lot of stuff here. We can open the tunnel. We can see what happens when you use mirror, right? How the V comes in. See the way I'm playing with it now, right? We can also go, and I want to see if we can get the bricks behind me. No, we can't, right? Yeah, we can get the bricks on the wall, but the bricks don't do much. So this is what I'm assuming the numbers do, right? As each brick overlays another brick and is in between a brick, right? there's now a split brick in between the two others. So when you join bricks together, right? So in the 6 countries of BRICS, right? Sorry, did I show you that completely when I was showing you that, right? The bricks, what does it mean, the brick and mortar? What does it mean, the brick and mortar? I should actually put it on here. Hold on a second. Well, just give me 1 second here. Yes, so what it is with this, right? So, okay, we can make this a little bit bigger, right? And what happens is here, right, I have the letter I. It's also, right, the letter H. It's 89 equals to 17. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8. It's your first dot to your moon on the cube, brings in your high birth through Q17. What is H and what is I? The thing about this is 18 and 19 must be associated as the association of 10, 10, 10.